Friends, today our topic is importance of yoga in the field of games and sports. Importance, a state fact of being of a great significance or value is called importance. Of relationship between part and a whole is called of. Yoga uses breathing techniques, exercise, and meditation is called yoga. Field, an area of open land is used for playing sports activity is called field. Games and sports. Games and sports, an athletic activity requiring skills or physical process and often of competitive nature is called games and sports. Generally means normally, usually. It is considered that yoga is mainly related to spiritual development of the individual. Consider having been thought about carefully. Yoga uses breathing techniques, exercise, and meditations mainly more than anything else related, belonging to the same or connected to the spiritual development means spiritual development towards is the development of the religions or religious or a spiritual desired better personality is called spiritual development. Individual, a single human being. Up to some extent, somewhat partly, it is exactly to think that means it is exactly, totally, completely right. Think that something is true. In the same way means closer than ever. Yoga is not directly related in the field of games and sports. Yoga is not directly. Yoga means has Yoga uses breathing techniques, exercises, and meditation. Not directly means actions or not connected, directly related. The field of games and sports means an area of land in which games and sports activities are played. What research studies means what means yet. Research study, a scientific study of nature that sometimes includes process involved in health and disease is called research studies, which have been conducted on the role of yoga in sports, which have been means unkind way conducted, led by a guide managed. Role of yoga in sports means the prolonged practice of yoga leads the player to a sense of peace with his or her environment. Clearly shows that yoga practices are beneficial in the enhancement of health and fitness of sports persons. Clearly shows that there is no doubt. Yogic practice. Yoga is a group of physical, mental, spiritual practices is called yoga practices or beneficial mean advantageous in the enhancement mean increased of health and fitness. Physical fitness is a state of health and well-being, and more specifically the ability to perform aspects of sports is called health and fitness. Of sports persons, a person who takes part in sports is called sports person. The elements of yoga like asana, elements means component. Yoga uses breathing techniques, exercise and meditations. Pranayama, asana means a posture adopted in performing hatha yoga is called asana. Pranayam means controlling of breath technique is called pranayam. Meditation, the action or practice of meditating is called meditation, or dhyana is usually translated as meditation. Implying a state of abiding calm is called dhyana, or usually performed by sports. Usually means normally performed, carry out. Sports persons, a person who takes part in sports competition is called sports person. Various means many, purposes motive. In games and sports means an athletic activity requiring skill or physical exertions and often of a competitive nature is called games and sports. It helps in developing physical fitness. It helps means to give assistance, develop, grow physical fitness is the state of health and well-being, and more specifically the ability to perform aspects of sports. Good for relaxations means good to be desired. Relaxation, the state of being free from tension, is called relaxation, and good for rehabilitations. Good means to be desired. Rehabilitation is the care that can help you get back, keep improving abilities that you need for daily life is called rehabilitation. After injury, after means following injury, an injury is a damage to your body is called injury. Help to control anxiety. Help means to give assistance. Controls the power of influence. Anxiety, a feeling of worry, nervousness is called anxiety. Improves concentration. Improves means to make better. Concentrations means the action or power of focusing all one's attention is called concentrations. Improves immunity means improves to make better immunity. The ability of an organism to resist particular infection is called immunity. And regulates diet extra. Regulates means to control diet. The kinds of food that a person actually eat is called diet. Yoga in the field of games and sports. Yoga uses breathing techniques, exercise and meditation. Field, an area of land where games and sports played. Games and sports and games and sports means an athletic activity requiring skill or physical exertions of often of competitive nature is called games and sports. Few means small number, benefits and advantage in the field of games and sports means in the area of games and sports, or as listed below means listed marked below as under. Concentration power improved. Concentration power means you were able to focus all your attention on the matter at hand is called concentration power. Improved means to become better. The concentration power is very important in the field of games and sports. Concentration power, that means you were able to focus all your attention on the matter at hand is called concentration power. Improved means to become better, is very important means highly valued or necessary in the field of means in the area of games and sports. Games and sports means an athletic activity requiring skill or physical exertions and often of a competitive nature is called games and sports. In fact, endurance, in fact means actually. Endurance, the capacity of something to last withstand wear and tear is called endurance. Strength, the quality of state of being physically strong is called strength. and desire to excel lose their meaning if there is no concentration. Desire, a strong feeling of wanting to have something, excel, shine, lose, become unable to find meaning, sense. If means on the condition there is no concentration, it is very difficult. Concentration, the action or power of focusing all one's attention. For example, it is a kind of model. When a badminton player displays his concentration, his gaze is fixed on shuttle and his energy. When means at what time. Badminton player, the athlete hitting a small object, shuttlecock, across the net using a racket is called badminton player. Display means show. Concentrations means the action or power of focusing all one's attention. Gaze, look steadily and intently is called gaze. Fixed, secure. Shuttle, to cause to move. And his energy. Energy means vitality. Tactices and skill produce very good result for him. Tactices, an action or strategies is called tactices, and skill produce, a group of proficiencies is called skill produce. Very good results means very good mean used to express agreement, result, performance for him. Some asana like Padmasanas and Vajrasanas extra or beneficial for the improvement of concentration power. Asana, a posture adopted in performing Hatha Yoga, is called asana. Like in the same way, Padmasana, a cross-legged sitting meditation pose from ancient India, is called Padmasanas. Vajrasanas, diamond pose or a kneeling asana in Hatha Yoga and modern yoga as exercise is called Vajrasanas. Beneficial, advantageous for improvements to make better of concentration power. The action or power of focusing all one's attention is called concentration power. Respiratory system improved means the system in living organisms that takes off oxygen and discharges carbon dioxide in order to satisfy energy requirements is called respiratory system. Improved means to become better, to make better. It is observed that an individual uses 1/6 of the full capacity of the lungs. It is observed means it is look up, observed, notice, show, uses, utilize. Full capacity of lungs means among healthy adults the average lung capacity is about 6 liters. If the complete capacity of lungs is brought into proper use, it can give best results. Complete means absolutely. Capacity, ability. Lungs brought into proper means with the help of yoga asana, the lungs work in a good condition. It can give best result. It can means allow, give best means finest result, performance. By doing pranayam, by doing the act of performing pranayam relating to breath controlling techniques is called pranayam. The lungs capacity can be increased, which is always beneficial for sports activity related to endurance. The lungs capacity increased mean your lung capacity is the total amount of air that your lungs can hold is called lungs capacity. Increased means to grow. Always means at all the times. Beneficial, advantageous for sports activities. means improve physical ability and skills while providing entertainment to the participants is called sports activities. Related, connected to endurance means the capacity of something to last or to withstand wear and tear is called endurance. Skeleton system. Skeleton system means the human skeleton is the internal framework of the human body. It is composed of around 206 bones at the birth. Improved to become better. Yogic exercise enhance the strength of cartilages and ligaments to bear the maximum strength. Yogic exercise means active dynamic styles of yogas are great for strength increased is called yogic exercise enhance strength. Cartilages is a tough but flexible tissue that is the main type of connective tissue in the body is called cartilages. Ligaments means ligaments or bands of tough elastic tissue around your joints is called ligaments. To bear the maximum strength, wear mean to carry. Maximum stress means as great pressure that are unmanageable is called maximum stress. These yogic exercises also increase the flexibility of the joints. Yogic exercises also increase the flexibility of joints means different yoga asana keeps joints strong. Yoga helps joints flexible and make them strong. These changes are beneficial in various sports activities. These changes means the act process beneficial resulting in good or advantageous. Various means many. Sports activities. Sports is all forms of usually competitive physical activity which through casual or organized participation aim to improve physical ability is called sports activities. These yogic exercises are important in gymnastic, diving and swimming extra. Yogic exercises means it important. It helps you relax and provides balance to your rigorous gymnastic routine is called yogic exercise important for gymnastic. Diving means it helps in the increasing strength flexibility of your muscles is called diving. Swimming. Yoga can help swimmers to boost their performance in the pool and decrease their risk of injury is called swimming. Sports injuries prevented. Sports injuries means injuries refer to the kinds of injury that occur during sports or exercise is called sports injuries prevented. To stop, sports person have a tendency to get injuries such as sprain, strain, muscle cramp and fracture extra. Sports persons, a person taking part in games and sports for in a contest or in a competitions is called sports persons. Tendency type of behaviors to get injuries. To get means acquire injuries, an instance of being injured such as specified cases sprain. Sprain is a stretching or tearing of ligaments is called sprain. Strain, force to make usually great effort is called strain. Muscle cramp means overuse of muscles is called muscle cramp. Fracture, breaking or cracking of a bone is called fracture. Such injuries can be prevented by the practice of yoga asanas means these kinds of injuries can be kept from happening while performing different kinds of yoga asanas. Therefore, yoga asanas should be performed during warming up period for preventing sports injuries. Therefore, for that reason should be carefully performed, means carry out during throughout warming up periods. The warm up time is that time the stimulation will run before starting to collect results is called warming up periods. Preventing sports injuries means to stop the injury while playing some kind of activity is called preventing sports injuries. Motor skill learning improved. Motor skill learning improved means motor learning is a relatively permanent change in the ability to perform a skill as a result of practice or experience is called motor skill learning improved to become better. While learning a motor skills, while means a period of time, learning motor skills. A motor skill is a learned ability to cause predetermined movement outcome with maximum certainty is called learning a motor skills. Tension and stress are common for a learner. Tension, the state of being of mental or emotional strain, is called tension. Stress, unable to cope as a result of pressure that are unmanageable, is called stress. Common for a learners, common means usual. Learner, a person who is learning the skill is called learner. Yogic practices relaxes the learner. Yogic practices, yoga is a group of physical, mental and spiritual practices is called yoga practices. Relax means makes less tension. Learner, a person who is learning skill so he can learn the motor skill easily and accurately, means due to this reason learners learn the skill without any difficulty and perfectly is called so learner learn motor skill easily and accurately. Along relaxations, along moving in a constant directions, relaxations mean make less tension. Yoga helps in concentration of the learners. Yoga helps in concentration of the learners means physical, mental and spiritual practices helps the learner action or power of focusing all one's attention to become better is called yoga helps concentration of the learners improves. The motor skill learning means when complex processes in the brain occur in response to practice or experience of certain skill resulting in changes is called motor skill learning. Cardiovascular improved. Cardiovascular means a regular physical activity is beneficial for cardiovascular health, improves to become better. Yogic practices, mainly pranayam, improve the cardiovascular efficiency of an individual. Yogic practices means yoga combined physical postures, breathing, meditation, relaxation techniques is called yogic practices. Pranayam mainly means mostly. Pranayams is the technique, is the practice of breath controlling in yoga is called pranayam. Improves to become better. Cardiovasculars relating to the heart and blood vessels is called cardiovascular. Efficiency means the quality of being efficient. Individual, a single human being. Various types of pranayam such as Kapalbhati and Bastrika are beneficial for increasing such efficiency. Various means many. Types means kinds of pranayams means it is a technique of breath controlling in yoga is called pranayam, such as Kapal Bharti means Kapal Bharti words Kapal Bharti made of two words. Kapals means skull and Bharti means shining. Due to the process, the organs under the skull, mainly be a brain, is called Kapal Bharti. Bastrika involves a rapid and forceful process of inhalations and exhalations powered by the movement of the diaphragms is called bastrika, or beneficial means resulting in good, increasing to grow such efficiency. Peak level of performance is called in such efficiency. Research studies also indicate that pranayams improves cardiovascular fitness if an individual practices it regularly for a prolonged period. Research studies means a scientific study of the nature that sometimes include health and disease. Also indicate means to point out pranayams relating to breath control improves to become better. Cardiovascular fitness is the health-related component of physical fitness. Individual practices a single human being application regularly, continuously, prolonged means a long time. It is well-known fact that cardiovascular fitness essential in games and sports for the improvement in performance. It is well known fact means a fact that generally known by people is called in journal is called it is well known fact. Cardiovascular fitness means cardiovascular fitness as the ability of the heart, blood cells and lungs to supply oxygen rich blood to the working muscles tissues, and the ability of the muscles to use oxygen to produce energy for the movement is called cardiovascular fitness. Essential means necessary. Games and sports are very similar. A game in the physical or mental activity or contest carried out under an agreed set of rules is called games and sports. Improvement to become better performance and actions helpful during off seasons. Helpful during off seasons mean giving, helpful giving or ready to give up help. During off season, a time of year when no sports activities. During off season, sports person need passive activities without loss of fitness. During off season meaning a time of year when no sports activities. Sports person a person who took part in games and sports needs means the necessity. It require passive activities means on the fitness and physical flexibility and mental state is called passive activities. Without loss means frequently not loss frequently used. Fitness the condition of being physically fit and healthy. Thus, yoga helps the sports person to maintain their fitness during off seasons. Thus, as a result, yoga helps sports person to maintain their fitness during off seasons means in the off season active yoga classes may be a part of comprehensive plan to improve fitness is called. Yoga helps sports person to maintain their fitness during off seasons. Regulate diet. Regulate means control or maintain. Diet, the kinds of food that a person habitually eats is called diet. Yogic techniques improve the efficiency of digestive system, thus proper appetite of player. Yogic techniques mean physical posture, breathing, and meditations or relaxations techniques is called yogic techniques. Improve to become better, efficiency, quality of being efficient of digestive systems means the human digestive system consists of the gastrointestinal tract plus the accessory organs of digestion is called digestive system. Thus proper appetite of players means it is a normal to have an increased appetite after physical exertions or yoga activities. It regulates the diet of sportsperson, which is the backbone of sportsperson. It regulates means it control diet, the kinds of food that a person actually eats. Sportsperson, an athlete is a person who competes in one or more events that involves physical strength, speed or endurance is called sportspersons, which is the backbone of the sports person means good nutrition and a balanced diet or important component of our health is called the backbone of the sports person. Weight control means there are many yoga postures or asanas that can help with the weight reductions prevented to be stopped. Sportspersons often gains weight during off-season, which is a stigma to a sportspersons. Sportspersons means someone who plays sports often many times gain weight during off-seasons means that the decrease in activity level and slight loosening of diet might putting on a few kg of weight. The sports person should gain weight in the off seasons, which is stigma to a sports person, which is means asking of information. Stigma, shame to a sports persons mean one who plays sports is called sports persons. This can be easily prevented by practicing yoga. This can easily means without difficulty prevented to stop. Practicing of yoga means personality is the characteristics, patterns of the thoughts, feeling and behaviors that make a person unique is called practicing yoga. Improves to become better. Immunity increased. Immunity, the ability of an organism to resist a particular infection by the action of specific antibodies, white blood cells, is called immunity. Increased means to grow. Yogic techniques improves the immunity of the individual, thus many health problems can be prevented. Yogic techniques. Yoga combine physical posture, breathing techniques and meditations or relaxations is called yogic techniques. Improves to become better. Immunity means the ability of an organism to resist a particular infection is called immunity of the individual, a single human being as a distinct from a group. Thus means as a result, many health problems can be prevented. Many health problems, a state in which you are unable to function normally without pain, is called health problems. Can be prevented means how to prevent, stop it. It makes the sportspersons healthy throughout the life means yoga is also beneficial to a professional athlete as it positively contributes to the health and vitality of the body, strengthens the internal organs such as heart, lungs, and liver, and helps to maintain fitness and agility. Yoga is also help a person to control over their body throughout of their mind.